What if I told you this? There are three things you still do every single day. They may seem harmless, but in reality, they are slowly locking down your sexual ability. It's not because you're getting old. It's not because your body has lost its ability. It's because you are repeating small daily habits, and these very habits are preventing blood from flowing smoothly to your sensitive area, weakening your reflexes, and gradually making your desire fade away. I know that might sound worrying, but you are not alone. According to a recent analysis from Harvard University, more than 70% of men over 60 have issues with their erection. But what's encouraging is, more than half of those cases can significantly improve simply by changing one's lifestyle without needing medication or medical intervention. And in this video, Dr. Samuel Grant will share with you three things you should eliminate as soon as possible if you truly want to improve your natural sexual function, reclaim your confidence, and restore the intimacy that may have faded over time. Stay with me until the end because the third habit, although it sounds simple, is the reason why many men, even after trying everything, still see no improvement. And unfortunately, very few people realize the problem lies right there. Before we begin, I'd really love to get to know you. Where are you watching from? Share it in the comments below so I know who I'm walking alongside on this journey of restoring men's health. If this is your first time visiting the channel, don't forget to click subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any important insights designed to help men over 60 live stronger, more vibrant, and with the dignity they deserve. Now let's explore the first habit that you should stop starting today if you're truly serious about your sexual health and your quality of life after 60. Habit 1. Lack of sleep, the silent enemy that weakens hormones and erections after 60. You might not pay much attention to it, but sleep is actually the golden window when your body begins producing testosterone, the key hormone responsible for sexual desire, erection reflex, and male confidence. This hormone is secreted at its highest level during deep sleep, usually between 11 p.m. and 2 a.m. So if you tend to sleep late, sleep less than 6 hours a night, or frequently wake up in the middle of the night, your body doesn't have enough time to activate its natural sexual recovery process. As a result, testosterone levels gradually decline. Blood flow to the penis becomes weaker, and your erection reflex slows down, while feelings of arousal become duller and less responsive. I once advised a patient named Mr. Martin, 68 years old, living in Florida, who shared that he had almost completely lost all sensation during intimacy, even though there were no obvious health issues. After asking in more detail, it turned out he was staying up until nearly 2 a.m. each night, scrolling on his phone and watching late-night news shows. When I encouraged him to make a small change, going to bed before 10 p.m. and maintaining at least 7 hours of uninterrupted sleep each night, in just about 2 weeks, Mr. Martin clearly felt the difference. He slept better, felt brighter emotionally, and most importantly, his male reflex started coming back much more strongly. You see, sleep isn't just about physical recovery. It's also the very first step in naturally rebooting your hormone system as a man. If you've been trying to eat better, take herbs, or exercise but still see no progress, take a close look at the quality of your sleep first. And this is just the first factor. Right after this, I'll share with you another habit very common in daily meals, but one that quietly causes blood flow blockages in the genital area, slowly reducing sexual performance even though you may have no idea it's happening. My friend, if you're still watching at this point, I'm truly glad to know you genuinely care about your health. Leave the number 1 in the comments below, so I know you're still here with me, walking this path to reclaim your manhood after 60. Habit 2. Eating too much sugar and refined carbs, the culprit behind clogged blood vessels in your sensitive area. Many men don't realize that erectile function isn't just about hormones. It also heavily depends on whether blood is being pumped strongly and fully into the erectile tissue of the penis. For blood to circulate well, your blood vessels need to be clean, elastic, and free of microvascular inflammation. But when you regularly consume foods that are high in refined sugar and low-quality carbs, such as white bread, soda, cookies, white rice, or fast food, your body is forced to release insulin continuously to manage blood sugar. Prolonged insulin elevation leads to a condition known as silent insulin resistance, which damages the endothelium, the inner lining of your blood vessels, and contributes to plaque buildup. The tiny blood vessels that carry blood to the penis, already fragile by nature, are the first to be affected. I clearly remember a patient, Mr. Phillip, 64 years old, living in Texas. He didn't smoke, didn't drink alcohol, yet couldn't understand why his sexual performance had sharply declined over the past year. After a deeper conversation, I found out that his diet consisted almost entirely of white rice, sweet pastries, and sugary tea every evening. We started with simple changes, replacing white carbs with sweet potatoes, oats, green vegetables, and adding flaxseed to his meals. Just after 2 months, he noticed clear improvements in energy levels, sexual response, and even daily mood. Diet may not be the first thing that comes to mind when we talk about erectile dysfunction, but in reality, it is the foundation. Blood is your fuel, and your engine simply can't run if the fuel line is blocked. And if you've started to become more aware of the importance of nurturing healthy blood flow, then what I'm about to share next may really make you pause and reflect. A mental habit that many people rely on to relieve stress. But in truth, it quietly numbs real emotions and weakens deep intimacy in relationships. Habit 3. Adult content. The hidden trigger behind weakened sexual reflexes and emotional disconnection. In today's digital age, accessing visually stimulating content is far too easy, just a few taps on your phone. And the truth is, many men are using this type of content as a stress relief tool, without realizing that it's reprogramming their nervous system and natural sexual reflexes. Recent neuroscience research has shown that frequent exposure to artificial sexual imagery causes the brain's pleasure center to become desensitized. The constant repetition of intense, fast, and unrealistic stimulation makes the brain less responsive to real-life cues, which are much more subtle and emotionally grounded. That explains why some men still feel desire, but struggle to maintain an erection with a real partner, or can no longer feel true emotional closeness during intimacy. Over time, this takes a toll not just physically, but also mentally and emotionally, on one's relationship and self-image. I once worked with Mr. Charles, 66 years old, from Sacramento. He told me everything in his marriage was fine, except one thing. He couldn't maintain an erection during intimacy, even though the emotional connection was still there. After a deeper discussion, I found out that he had a nightly habit of watching adult films as a way to unwind. When he began reducing his screen time and shifted to more relaxing, real-life activities, like afternoon walks, reading, and playing chess with his wife, something amazing happened. Just 1 month later, he told me, "For the first time in a long while, I actually felt truly connected, not just with my wife but with myself." If you feel like intimacy has faded, if your reflexes aren't as sharp as before, don't rush to take pills or assume it's because you're too old. It may be that the way you consume information and entertainment each day is silently disrupting your natural sexual function, and you've never even noticed. And at this point, I believe one big question is starting to form in your mind. If I want to restore my sexual function naturally, without relying on medications, where should I begin? What specific steps will truly work? If you're still watching this video by now, thank you for your patience and attention. I genuinely appreciate it. Please leave the number 3 in the comments below so I know I'm not just speaking one way, but walking alongside strong, serious men who are truly committed to their health and vitality. Part 2. Why after 60, actively restoring blood flow and sexual health is something you simply cannot ignore. Many men in their 60s often assume that sexual changes are just a natural part of aging. But in reality, most signs like difficulty getting an erection, loss of sensation, or shortened time during intimacy actually come from a different cause: a decline in blood flow to the genital area due to a sedentary lifestyle and the silent deterioration of blood vessels. In your 20s, the male body functions like a well-tuned machine. Testosterone is abundant, nitric oxide is produced strongly, and the blood vessels are still soft and flexible. As a result, blood easily flows into the erectile tissue when stimulated, bringing fast, firm, and responsive erections. But after 60, that process no longer runs smoothly. Testosterone gradually declines with age, nitric oxide production becomes limited, and the nervous signals from the brain slow down. The result? Blood can no longer pump powerfully enough into the erectile tissue, leading to weak erections, short-lasting firmness, and fading sensation. This doesn't only affect your intimacy. It also causes many men to feel insecure, emotionally distant, and even ashamed in front of the partner who's been by their side for decades. And if this isn't addressed soon with the right methods, it can spiral, negatively impacting both physical health and emotional connection over time. I often tell my older patients, don't treat sexual restoration as some medical battle. Instead, see it as an essential part of maintaining your quality of life, just like your daily walks, eating well, or getting proper sleep. You don't need erection pills. You just need to create the right environment for healthy blood flow every day, through massage, deep breathing, or supplementing with natural herbs and foods that support circulation. And your body will gradually respond in a positive, natural way. My friend, did you know this? When blood flows freely, it's not just your sexual health that recovers, it's your confidence, your emotional connection, and your zest for life that come alive again. It's not just circulation, it's reigniting the life force that's been slowing down so you can return to being who you truly are with strength, emotion, and wholehearted love. Age is not the barrier. The only thing that matters is, are you willing to start again, gently, but in the right direction starting today? If you feel that this video has brought you value, even just one small thing, click subscribe so I can continue walking this journey with you in the videos to come. And don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any future content to help men over 60 live healthy, empowered, and full of life. Thank you for staying with me until the very end. Wishing you continued strength and confidence in your journey to reclaim your health as a man. See you again in the next video.